First Peter chapter 3. Likewise, the women, be as one subordinating themselves to the own men, so that even if some are incompliant to the word, they will be gained without a hint of the word through the upward turning of the women, as ones having an eye on your pure upward turning in fear. The adornment of the women let not be outwardly through braiding of hair and the putting around oneself of gold, or through slipping into raiments. But for this cause, rather, it should be the secreted human of the heart, in the incorruptible of the meek and quiet spirit, which is manifoldly finished in the eye of God. For thus, once the holy women also, who were expecting on to God, adorned themselves as subordinating themselves to their own men. As Sarah was below hearing to Abraham, calling him Lord, whose children you were made to become, as ones doing good and not fearing, yea, not one fright. The men should likewise be assimilating themselves together with the females as to the weaker implement, destining them valuation, as also law according coelates with them, to the colorful grace of life, into the end that your prayers be not hindered. But the finishing is that all are like-minded ones, co-suffering, friend brotherly, well intimate, humble, not giving badness, instead receiving badness, or berating instead of receiving berating. But instead of this, being blessed ones, since into this you were called, so that you law accordingly allot a blessing. For he who will love life and perceive good days, he let repose his tongue away from badness, and the lips that they speak not fraud. Let him incline himself out away from badness, and to do good. Let him seek peace and pursue it. Since the eyes of the Lord are directed to the righteous, and his ears into their entreating, but the face of the Lord is unto those doing badness. And who is he who will treat you badly, if you became zealots of the good? But even if you should suffer because of righteousness, you are blissful ones. But according to the fear of them, you should not be made to fear, also not should you be troubled. But the Lord the Christ hallow in your hearts, as continually prepared for vindication to all everyone requesting you for a word concerning the expectation which is in you, but with meekness and fear having a good conscience, so that where they speak against you, as doers of badness, those who are striving on your good upward turning into Christ may be downshamed. For it is better, if the will of God should will it, to suffer as one's doing good, as if it is so as one's doing badness. Since Christ once deadened away for us concerning the failance, the righteous one for the unrighteous, so that he might lead to God that abides, as one having been deadened in the flesh, but one having been made alive in the Spirit, in which also as one's having gone, he heralded to the spirits in jail, who once having become incompliant, when everyone was receptively out-oriented in the farness from the grimming of God, in the days of Noah, when the ark was prepared with implement, into which few came, in these are 8 souls. He now saves you also according to the instead type, according to the baptism, which is not the setting away of the filth of the flesh, but the asking on of a good conscience toward God through the resurrection of Jesus Christ, who is in the right hand of God as one having gone into heaven, angels and authorities and ability powers having been subordinated to him.